Welcome back to Pulse with Robin. It is day 11 of the Holiday Sculpt 12 Days of Pilates Challenge. Today we have a leg burner. You have the option to use a light weight if you want, or ankle weights if you have them, but they are completely optional. Let's get started. Sit your hips back to your heels, reach your arms forward in a child's pose. Shifting forward, hips come down to the mat, looking up toward the ceiling. Again, pressing back into a child's pose. Shift forward, hips down, look up. One more time, back to a child's pose. Shift forward, hips down, look up. Tuck your toes, send your hips high and back to a downward dog. Bending one knee and then the other, pedaling out those legs. Pressing up onto both tippy toes, press both heels down. Again, lift both heels high, press both heels down. One more time, press up onto your toes and press your heels down. Shift forward into a plank, drop your knees into a 4-point kneel. If you're using that weight, tuck it in behind your right knee. Come down onto your left forearm. Right arm is long, right knee is bent. Lift your right knee out to the side and lower. Lift your right knee out to the right, pausing at the top for a second, and then slowly lower. Having that weight behind your knee forces you to keep squeezing that heel in towards your glute. Adding on, lift out to the side, lower, lift behind, and lower. Pressing your knee out to the right, lower, then press your foot up toward the ceiling and lower. Pausing for a second as you lift to the side, then pausing for a second as you lift behind, squeezing that right glute. Last one, just lift behind and lower. Pressing your right foot up toward the ceiling, slowly lowering down. Keep squeezing that weight, pointing through your toes. Pausing for a second at the top and lower. Let's add a pulse at the top. Lift, pulse, and lower. Lift, pulse, lower. Squeeze that right glute. Tiny little pulse at the top. Squeezing your heel in towards your glute. Holding at the top, tiny pulses up and up. Point your toes, squeeze your heel in towards your glute. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knee down. Come on to your left side, propped up on your left forearm. That weight can stay behind your right knee if you're using it. Knees are bent and stacked. Lift your top leg and lower. Lift and lower. Squeezing that weight. going to be a little harder to keep that weight behind your knee when you're on your side. So focus on really squeezing your heel in toward your glute, lifting that top leg in line with your hip and slowly lowering down. Adding on, lift. Sweep your knee in front, sweep it back and lower. Lift, sweep forward, sweep back and lower. Think of this as a knee drive. So lift, knee drive forward and back. Flexing those right toes. Keep squeezing that heel in. Taking out the top, just knee drive forward and back. Really press that right heel to the wall behind you as you sweep back, then knee drive forward. Don't let your left ribs drop down into the mat. Sweep back and hold tiny pulses back and back, like you're kicking the wall behind you. Last 3, 2, and 1. Sweep your knee forward, tiny pulses up and up. Keep those toes flexed, pulsing that knee up for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in line with your body. Keep pulsing up and up for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Staying here on your left side, extend your left leg long on your mat, bend your right knee behind your left leg. If you're using that weight, set it on top of your left inner thigh, lift and lower your left leg. Pointing through those left toes. Pausing for a second at the top, squeeze that inner thigh and lower. Lowering that leg down to lightly tap or hovering that leg just off your mat. Holding at the top, draw tiny circles with your leg. Drawing circles with your whole leg, not your ankle. Switch directions, tiny circles the other way. Leg is staying lifted off your mat. Last one, tiny pulses up and up. Can you lift that leg a little higher for 3, 2, 1, hold. Keep holding. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax that leg down. It doesn't take much to get those inner thighs burning. Let's do it all again on the other side. From the top, come into a 4-point kneel. Weight is behind your left knee. Come down on your right forearm. Lift your left knee out to the side and lower. Squeezing that left heel in towards your left glute. Squeezing that weight. Lifting out to the side. Pausing for a second. And lower. Adding on, lift and lower. Press your foot up toward the ceiling and lower. 1 lift out to the side, 1 lift behind. Keep squeezing that heel in towards your glute. Point those toes. Think of separating each shape into its own movement to keep it so slow and controlled. Last one, just lift behind and lower. Pressing those left toes up toward the ceiling, lowering with control. Let's add that pulse, lift, pulse, lower, lift, tiny pulse, and lower. Holding at the top for a tiny little pulse, then lowering back down. Squeezing that left glute. Holding at the top, keep pulsing up and up. Tiny little pulses for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left knee down, coming onto your right side, propped up on your right forearm, keeping that weight behind your left knee. Knees are bent and stacked. Lift your left leg and lower. Again, you're squeezing that heel in towards your glute. Pausing for a second at the top before lowering with control. Flexing through those left toes. Adding on, lift. Sweep your knee forward, sweep it back, and lower. Lift, knee drive forward, sweep it back, and lower. Really pressing that knee forward. Slowly return. Keeping those left toes flexed. Holding at the top, just sweep forward and back. Knee drive to the front. Press your heel toward that wall behind you. See how far you can kick that heel behind you without changing the shape of your spine. Squeezing that left glute. Sweep back and hold, tiny pulses back and back, like you're kicking the wall behind you for 3, 2, sweep forward, tiny pulses up and up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Sweep that leg in line with your body. Keep pulsing up and up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax that left leg. Let's come back to that quick inner thigh series, staying here on your right side. Right leg is long with that weight on your inner thigh. Left leg is bent behind. Lift and lower your right leg. Pointing through your right toes. Lift, pause for a second at the top. Lower to a light tap or a hover. Next time you lift, hold. Start drawing tiny circles with that leg. Tiny circles with the whole leg, not your ankle. Switch directions. Tiny little circle, leg is staying lifted. Last one, tiny pulses up and up. Can you lift that leg a little higher? Last 3, 2, 1, hold. Keep it lifted, squeeze that inner thigh. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax your leg down. Last little bit of work today. Come down onto your back. Feet are flat on your mat, knees bent. You can hold that weight at your hips if you would like. Coming into bridges. Find that neutral spine. Press your hips up. Lower your hips down. Press your hips up, hold at the top, then slowly lower down. Getting those hips as high as you can without arching your back at the top. Pressing through your heels, you should be able to peel those toes up off your mat. So slow and controlled. Adding on at the top, lift your right heel, lower, lift your left heel, lower, lower your hips. Hips are staying high as you lift and lower one heel, lift and lower the other. Slowly lower your hips. So strong through your core and your glutes so that you're not swaying from one side to the other as you lift and lower those heels. Keeping all these movements so slow. Lifting those heels as high as you can. Holding at the top, lift one heel and lower, lift the other and lower. Alternating heel lifts, keep those hips high. Again, your hips are high without arching your back. Let's take it to double heel lifts. Lift both heels and lower. Lift and lower. Don't drop those hips. Lifting both heels high, slowly lower. Lift your heels and hold. Press your knees together, press them out, lower your heels. Heel lift, knees tap, return, lower your heels. Press your heels high, squeeze those inner thighs as you bring those knees together. Press your heels high and hold. Just squeeze your inner thighs together and return. Hips are high, heels are high. Press your knees together and out. Last one, pulse those hips up and up. Keep your heels lifted, tiny pulses. Drop those heels, keep pulsing those hips up and up. Last 3, 2, and 1. Holding at the top, pressing through your heels. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. If you're using that weight, set it to the side. Let's stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Extend your left leg long on your mat. Keep hugging your right knee in. Left hand guides your right knee across your body. Opposite arm and head go the other way. Coming back through center, grab behind your right leg. Right foot comes up toward the ceiling. Bend your right knee, hugging it in. Bend your left knee in to meet your right. Extend your right leg long on your mat. Keep hugging your left knee in. Right hand guides your knee across your body. Opposite arm and head go the other way. Coming back through center, grab behind your left leg, reach your left foot up toward the ceiling. Bend your left knee in, bend your right knee in to meet your left. Hug those knees in one more time. Slowly roll yourself up. Sitting, bring the soles of your feet together, knees are wide. Grab a hold of your toes, sitting up tall. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. One last deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have officially completed day 11 of the Holiday Sculpt 12 Days of Pilates Challenge. I'll see you tomorrow for day 12, the finale.